I need to change the temperatures again so we can do another task.
Sebastian Cisneros is ready to invent a chocolate bar.
I have about 10 different ideas currently floating in my head.
His idea is to combine Oregon ingredients, hazelnuts, honey, olive oil, with cacao beans from his native Ecuador. The Oregon bar will have bittersweet chocolate on the outside and a sweetened center.
I'm trying to approach this way to have a sense of that contrast in your palate. So as soon as you start biting the chocolate, you may feel like, oh, this is really bitter and intense, but soon after it will become more comfortable and pleasing because of the sweetness. I'm about to sort through the cacao beans and make sure that they're all clean. This is a tedious process, but it's key into ensuring that the quality of the chocolate is great. We finished sorting them, and these cacao beans from Ecuador are ready to be roasted. I was born and raised in Ecuador. I was born in Quito, and I've lived there for most of my life.
On family driving trips, the pungent smell of fermenting cacao beans would often fill the car.
And I remember being a kid and being completely confused about what was that? And I didn't understand it, and my family would giggle and try to explain to me that was cacao. And I said, what's cacao? And they said, actually, that's what becomes chocolate. And that's all they knew. They had no idea of how it transformed. They just knew that it became chocolate. And that to me was a great mystery.
Decades later, Sebastian has unlocked the mystery of how cacao beans become chocolate. He's a chocolate maker and chocolatier. He grinds the roasted beans, then puts them into a conching machine for 2 days. They will transform into liquid chocolate. In the meantime, Sebastian is creating the soft, sweet center for his bar.
I'm very visually sensitive to the ingredients and just take some time to just, look at them and see their nature and see how they may play out once they're all processed. Okay, we're gonna wait a little bit here until this starts to become liquid. It's not gonna work. Well, sorry, I'm gonna have to use sugar again, so the honey's gonna have to left out of the process. Tastes good. I've been living in Oregon for almost close to half of my life, and it's a place that I've come to treasure and has had a large impact on me.
He's built a small business making chocolate and selling it in select stores.
When I decided to pursue chocolate as a profession, it was a great medium to keep myself connected to where I was born and where I grew up and where my family, who I'm very close to, live.
One of his biggest successes is the Valentina bar.
Valentina would be the one that has the strongest meaning because it's a bar that I constructed thinking about my daughter, whose mother is from Canada, and this bar features Canadian maple, and it also has cacao from Ecuador, where I grew up. So this bar is specifically trying to pay tribute to my daughter's heritage.
2 days later, it's time to assemble the first test batch of bars. He puts the ingredients together, then must wait to see how it tastes.
I think it's highly creative. I try to make abstract thoughts, hopefully trying to put them into a concrete form through chocolate.
We did it. It works.